Good morning, everyone. Today I am present before you with one of my research papers that I have recently composed by reading some of the matter relating to spiritual reawakening, pandemic, and the mankind. So here it goes. Pandemics are large-scale outbreaks of infectious disease that can greatly increase morbidity and mortality over a wide geographic area and cause significant economic, social, and political disruption. Evidence suggests that the likelihood of pandemics has increased over the past century because of increased global travel and integration, urbanization, changes in land uses, and greater exploitation of the natural environment. By the time our planet was 4 billion years old, the rise of large plants and animals was just beginning. Complexity exploded around that time as the combination of multicellularity, sexual reproduction, and other genetic advances brought about the Cambrian explosion. Many evolutionary changes occurred over the next 500 million years, with extinction events and selection pressures paving the way for new forms of life to arise and develop. 65 million years ago, a catastrophic asteroid strike wiped out not only the dinosaurs but practically every animal weighing over 25 kg, excepting leatherback turtles and some crocodiles. This was Earth's most recent great mass extinction and left a large number of niches unfilled in its wake. Mammals rose to prominence in the aftermath, with the first humans arising less than 1 million years ago. Going through a spiritual awakening is one of the most confusing, lonely, alienating, but also supremely beautiful experiences of life. Put simply, spiritual awakenings mark the beginning of your initiation on the spiritual path. Without experiencing a spiritual awakening, we go through life pursuing the emptiness of money, fame, power, and respect in an attempt to find happiness. The unsettling and equally beautiful thing about spiritual awakenings is that they occur at the least expected times. There is no way you can plan for them. They lurch into your life and shake everything up like tornadoes. But the hidden gift buried deep within them is that they occur at the precise time that you need them the most. As COVID-19 continues to spread across the world and change how people live, many are seeking spiritual answers and finding hope in God. While we all are facing challenges in the middle of a global pandemic, what you may not realize is that we are also experiencing a season of great spiritual reawakening. World-renowned spiritual teacher and New York Times bestseller author Eckhart Tolle discusses how COVID-19 reminds us of the two polarities of life, order versus disorder. Eckhart explains how the current global pandemic, which is a time of chaos and disruption, is an invitation to accept the present moment as it is. Eckhart shares how he believes we can suffer less during the pandemic and how COVID-19 might lead us all to a new spiritual awakening. He also shares the importance of stillness, how our consciousness extends beyond physicality, and why he believes love is to recognize another as yourself. Some refer to awakening as beginning a spiritual journey. Upon awakening, we commit to being the best we can be and begin a self-care practice. We know that we attract what we are choosing to be, and that is why the kind of people we meet in our life is actually the attraction of the vibration that we are sending to the universe. Humanity is awakening to a more conscious existence where we feel more harmonious and connected with each other. Awakening may begin with the realization that something doesn't feel quite right with the status quo of everyday life. Many people are waking up from a numbing existence, no longer wanting to follow along with what the masses are doing with a life they think they are supposed to be living. We become more aware of the issues humanity is facing in these times of corona. such as the food situation in the world, and so we are more conscious about what we put into our mouth and feed our bodies. We understand that food is medicine, opting for locally grown, organic, GMO food. We do their best to minimize the carbon footprint. Wasting of natural resources is to be lessened, and awakening will lead to oneness. The process of awakening is unique to each one of us. The process of awakening can happen in an instant or more gradually. There is no one right or wrong way. Awakening is also a process of remembering that we are spiritual beings on a human journey. As more of humanity awakens, new insight, inspiration, and innovation changes the world. We are creating sustainable energy and food solutions so that everyone thrives. The dissolution of war, religion, disparity of wealth, and anything else that separates us is happening. Love, peace, and unifying endeavors continue to blossom. It's happening. Let's continue to come together to create a new world and save the earth, while unifying and healing all of humanity and species. The reality is, we are here to create heaven on earth, and it begins with awakening. In conclusion, it can be said that this global pandemic has given us an opportunity to delve deep in our soul and realize that our lives are precious and is for service. We human beings are to realize the universal need at this stage, and by following some easy tips, we can improve the state of our soul. First, loving and being loved. Second, having a sense of meaning and purpose. Third, self-esteem, a sense of your own worth. Fourth, tapping into inner peace and joy. Fifth, being of service to others. And sixth, generosity of spirit. This is what Deepak Chopra, a special spiritual leader, has mentioned. We don't need to apply the words religious or spiritual to these modes of healing. They are based on long traditions, both East and West, that have examined and understood the human condition. More to the point, they are practical. They give you a sense of control over your life by bringing you closer to your soul, spirit, higher awareness, or deeper self. These things reverse the most damaging spiritual trend in modern society, the desperate urge to flee from ourselves. So this was my paper entitled Spiritual Reawakening and Mankind at the Onslaught of the Global Pandemic. I hope with this research paper, which is a compilation of the various readings that I have done during this time, you will be in a position to understand how we can use this global pandemic for our own betterment, thereby paving a way for a better and meaningful future for the entire mankind. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel, and in the comment section below, share your feedback. Thank you for your valuable time. Here's wishing you a great day ahead.